My child, hear this now, for this moment is not random, and these words are not here by mistake. You have likely been sensing it for a while now, haven't you? There is something that stirs in the unseen, a movement you felt deep within your spirit but simply couldn't name. It manifests as a shadow that is standing too close to your light, and the heavens have decided it is finally time for you to see the truth. There is someone near you, someone who blends seamlessly into the rhythm of your daily life, who is not what they seem. This is no small thing, and it is certainly no fleeting suspicion that you should simply brush aside. This message serves as a divine interruption, a specific call to open your eyes before the unseen becomes undeniable. You must realize that the person who lives just beyond your walls, in the house you pass without a second thought, carries a weight regarding you that you haven't fully noticed yet. On the surface, they smile, they nod, and they speak words that sound warm and inviting. However, behind their eyes, there is a gaze that lingers too long, a curiosity about your life that isn't innocent, and you have felt it. Think back to that prickle on your skin, or the subtle unease that settles in your gut when you are near them. You have wondered why your spirit feels heavy when their voice reaches your ears, and I am here to tell you that you weren't wrong, and you weren't imagining it. Your soul is awake, and it has been trying to warn you because this isn't about fear, this is about truth. There is a specific energy circling your life right now, one that doesn't belong to you. It has been quietly siphoning your peace, dimming your joy, and clouding your path, and you have sensed the shift. You might have noticed the way your home doesn't always feel like the sanctuary it once was. Perhaps you have noticed the way your dreams are interrupted, or how your thoughts feel scattered and unfocused lately. You have questioned why your blessings seem delayed, or why your steps feel heavier than they should. My child, the source of this resistance is closer than you realize. The neighbor you see every day, the one who seems harmless, has crossed a line. This is not just a physical boundary they have crossed, but a spiritual one. They have been watching not just your comings and goings, but the rhythm of your spirit. They have noticed the way your life glows and the way favor rests on you. Instead of celebrating it, something in them stirred, something dark, something envious, something that wants to borrow your light because theirs feels dim. You've been too kind, too trusting, and too quick to dismiss the signals your intuition has sent you. You thought it was just a feeling, or just a moment of discomfort, but heaven doesn't send warnings without reason. This message is your shield, your clarity, and your call to rise above what has been said against you. The neighbors. Heart has been whispering things that don't align with your destiny. They have spoken words in secret, words that carry weight in the spiritual realm. They have watched your victories and secretly wished they were their own, seeing your breakthroughs and wondering why they weren't theirs. This isn't necessarily about them being purely evil. It is about them being human, flawed, jealous, and drawn to the light they don't understand. However, their actions, whether intentional or not, have stirred something in the atmosphere, and you felt it in the quiet moments. Recall the heaviness that lingers when you walk past their door. Think about the way your spirit clenches when they ask too many questions about your affairs. Consider the way their presence feels like it is pulling something from you. You are not crazy. You are not overthinking. You are simply spiritually attuned. Your soul is sounding the alarm, and this message is your confirmation. I encourage you to confirm that you are receiving this message. Please leave a comment below saying, "I receive clarity," or "I trust my intuition to help this warning reach others who need to hear it." The divine has seen what has been done, in secret, and has heard what has been said behind closed doors. And now, the divine is stepping in to protect what is sacred, your life, your purpose, and your peace. You are not defenseless, and you are certainly not alone, because there are forces greater than any human scheme surrounding you now, guarding your steps and shielding your home. The neighbor doesn't know the full weight of what they have done. They don't understand that your light isn't something they can simply take. They don't realize that your blessings are sealed by a power they cannot touch, but their actions have consequences. And those consequences are about to reveal themselves, for in the coming days you will see it. It might be a slip of the tongue, a moment of discomfort, or a behavior that doesn't add up. When it happens, do not react in anger or lower yourself to their level. Simply see it for what it is. This is confirmation that heaven is unveiling the truth, because you have been carrying a burden that isn't yours. You have been wrestling with confusion that wasn't meant to stay. You have been fighting battles you didn't even know were being waged. But now the veil is lifting. You are being called to reclaim your space, your energy, and your authority. Because this is not a time to shrink back. This is a time to stand firm, to speak life, and to pray with power, starting with your home. Walk through every room and declare peace. Speak over your doorways, your windows, and your bed. Let no shadow linger where light is meant to dwell. Anoint your space with prayer, with faith, and with the certainty that nothing unholy can cross your threshold. Your home is your sanctuary, and no one, not a neighbor, not a whisper, not a hidden intention, can disturb what God has blessed. You have been waking up at odd hours, haven't you, feeling restless like something is stirring just out of sight? That is your spirit sensing what has been happening. That is your intuition catching the ripples of what has been spoken against you. But hear this. Those ripples have no power unless you give them permission, and you are not giving permission anymore. You are taking back what is yours. The neighbor may smile, they may wave, and they may even try to draw closer, but you will feel the difference now. Your spirit will warn you when their energy isn't right, and your body will tense when their words don to line. Trust those signals, because they are not random, they are divine. You don't need to confront them, and you don't need to accuse them. You just need to protect your peace and let heaven handle the rest. There is a reason this message found you now. Your life is on the verge of a shift, a breakthrough, and a season of overflow. The enemy of progress always stirs when favor is near. The neighbor's actions, their thoughts, and their whispers are a reaction to the glory that is about to manifest in your life. They sense it, they see it, and they are threatened by it. But what they don't know is that no one can stop what God has started, and you are not a victim. You are a victor, wrapped in divine strength, and you are not unaware. You are awake, and your awakening is shaking the atmosphere. The neighbor thought they could dim your light without you noticing, believing their subtle moves would go unseen. But heaven has eyes in places they can't imagine, and heaven has spoken. In the next 10 days, watch closely. Something will happen, a moment, a word, a glance, that confirms this message. And when it does, don't be shocked. Don't be shaken. Just know that you were prepared for this. You were warned so you could walk in wisdom, not in worry. For this is your season of clarity. No more wondering, no more doubting yourself, and no more dismissing what your spirit has been screaming. You are covered, you are chosen, and you are rising, and no one, not even the person next door, can interrupt what has been written for you. Pray with intention, speak with authority, and live with confidence, because your home is sacred and your life is sacred. Your destiny is sacred, and nothing, not envy, not whispers, not hidden schemes, can touch what has been sealed by the divine. The neighbor may stay where they are, but their influence over your life ends here, because their words have no weight. The air around you has been heavy lately, hasn't it? Carrying a weight that is not physical but presses deeply upon your spirit. You have walked into your home on certain days and felt as though the very walls were holding their breath, waiting for something to release the tension. You have noticed how your energy shifts suddenly when certain names are mentioned or when specific faces appear in your mind. This is not a coincidence, nor is it a random fluctuation of your emotio. NS. This is your soul catching signals from the unseen realm, alerts that your conscious mind might try to ignore but your spirit cannot help but acknowledge. These signals are being amplified by heaven right now, because there is a reason your spirit feels restless at times. It is not because you are weak, and it is certainly not because you are failing in your walk. Rather, it is because you are carrying a light that others cannot help but notice. Your life possesses a radiance, a purpose, and a divine imprint that naturally draws attention. While most people will celebrate that light, there are some who will resent it because it highlights the shadows within themselves. The neighbor in the house next to yours has unfortunately become one of those who resent rather than rejoice. They have observed your joy, your progress, and your quiet strength, and instead of being inspired, it stirred something dark within them. It was not admiration that took root in their heart, but envy. It was not support they offered in the spirit, but resistance. You have been too open with your heart, haven't you, sharing pieces of your life because you thought it was safe and kind to do so. But the neighbor took those vulnerable pieces you offered and twisted them into something else entirely. They have whispered about you in places you cannot see, speaking words that were never meant to bless you, but to bind you. Those words have been lingering in the spiritual atmosphere, floating in the air and trying to settle into your sacred space. However, they will not succeed because you are waking up now, seeing the reality of the situation and realizing that you are stronger than you know. This revelation is not a call for you to fear them, but a divine invitation to rise above them. You do not need to fight this battle with words or physical actions. Your greatest weapon is your faith, your prayer, and your alignment with the divine. When you speak life, you shift the atmosphere instantly. When you pray for protection, you build a spiritual wall that no shadow can climb. When you declare victory, you invite heaven to stand beside you in the gap. I invite you to pause for a moment and confirm your stance in this spiritual battle. If you are ready to stand firm and reclaim your peace, please leave a comment below declaring, "I am protected," or "I choose peace." Why? Our declaration helps seal this truth in your life and shares this strength with others who may be feeling the same heaviness. Take a moment to reflect on the times you felt completely off without a logical explanation. Think about the nights you couldn't sleep, tossing and turning as if something was disturbing your rest. Recall the days you felt drained for no apparent reason, as if your energy was leaking away. Those were not accidents or simple bad days. Those were specific moments when your spirit was sensing the interference directed at you. The neighbor's intentions, whether they fully understand the depth of them or not, have been actively trying to pull at your peace, but they have severely underestimated you. They have underestimated the power that surrounds you and the divine covering over your life. You are not alone in this struggle, for there are angels assigned to your life. They have been walking with you, standing at your door, and guarding your dreams even when you were unaware of their presence. They have been whispering strength to your spirit even when you couldn't hear it, and now they are amplifying that message so you cannot miss it. You are PR. Protected, you are covered, and you are spiritually untouchable. The neighbor may have thought they could operate in secret, believing their quiet schemes would go unnoticed, but nothing is hidden from the divine. Every word they have spoken, every intention they have held, and every moment they have watched you with envy has been seen. Now all of it is being addressed not by you but by the one who holds your life in their hands. In the coming days, you will begin to feel the shift as the spiritual atmosphere clears. Your home will start to feel lighter again, reclaiming the sanctuary status it was meant to have. Your spirit will start to feel freer, and the heaviness that has been lingering will begin to lift off your shoulders. When it does, do not be surprised. It is not because you fought dirty, it is because you stood firm, you prayed, and you trusted. You are being called to cleanse your space now, not just physically, but spiritually. Walk through your home and speak peace into the atmosphere. Declare with authority that no negative energy can remain within your walls. Pray over your family, your work, and your dreams, letting your voice carry the divine ortho. Riti you were born with. You are not just a person living in a house. You are a vessel of divine light and a carrier of sacred purpose. No one, not a neighbor, not a whisperer, not a shadow, can dim what God has ignited within you. The neighbor may try to keep up appearances in the coming days, masking their internal struggle with an external performance. They may smile wider than usual, speak louder to assert their presence, or act friendlier in an attempt to regain the access they feel they are losing. However, you will know the difference now because your eyes have been opened to the spiritual reality behind the physical facade. Your spirit will immediately sense the disconnect between their pleasant words and their heavy energy. Your heart will feel the truth vibrating beneath the surface of their interactions. I urge you to trust that feeling without hesitation. Do not dismiss it as paranoia or rudeness. It is not doubt clouding your judgment. It is discernment sharpening your vision. Discernment is your shield in this season, a divine tool given to you to navigate the complexities of energies that do not wish you well. You are currently standing on the edge of some. Being great, a precipice of change that will redefine your trajectory. Your life is about to shift in ways you cannot yet see with your natural eyes, but your spirit is already preparing for the expansion. Consider the delays you have faced recently and the obstacles that seem to come out of nowhere to block your path. They were not random occurrences or simple bad luck. They were calculated distractions, specific attempts to slow you down and divert your focus from the prize. But hear this clearly, they have failed because your destiny is unstoppable. Your purpose is undeniable, written by a hand that never makes mistakes, and your God is unshakable. Keep your eyes open to the signs around you, and keep your heart guarded against the subtle intrusions. Keep your spirit aligned with the truth of who you are, for the neighbor's influence is fading rapidly. It is fading not because you are fighting them with arguments or conflict, but because you are rising above them spiritually. Their words are losing their grip on your emotions. Their intentions are losing their power to affect your atmosphere. Your life is about to shine brighter than ever before as you step out of the shadow they tried to cast. This is your moment to reclaim what is rightfully yours. You are reclaiming your peace, your joy, and your clarity, all of which were under silent attack. Speak it into existence, pray it with conviction, and live it with courage, and watch how heaven moves on your behalf. The neighbor may live next door to you physically, but they cannot live in your destiny. They may watch from their windows, observing your movements, but they cannot touch what has been sealed by the divine. You are chosen for this path, and no observer can alter the course that has been set for you. You are guarded by ancient promises, rising above temporal schemes, and no shadow, No scheme and no whisper can stop what is coming for you. If you are ready to embrace this victory, I invite you to make a declaration today. Leave a comment below saying, "I am rising above," or "My destiny is sealed," to solidify your stance in the spiritual realm. Your engagement is an act of faith, a signal that you are active in your own breakthrough. Let your heart say, "I am ready," and allow that readiness to permeate every aspect of your day. Let your soul declare, "I am protected," and feel the security that comes with that truth. Let your life proclaim, "I am unstoppable," because when you align with the divine, nothing can hinder you. You have been sensing this truth for a while now, haven't you? That subtle shift in the air, that quiet unease that creeps in when you least expect it, has been telling you that things are changing. It is not just the neighbor's presence that has been stirring your spirit. It is the weight of their intentions pushing against your boundaries. It is the energy they have been sending your way, consciously or unconsciously, that you have had to wade through. You have walked past their home and felt something pull at you, a sensation you couldn't quite name but knew was real. You have heard their voice and felt a ripple disrupt your peace. Those moments were not random. They were signals, divine nudges urging you to pay attention to the spiritual environment. The truth is, the neighbor has been more than a simple bystander in your life. They have been a participant in a spiritual tug-of-war, one you didn't even know you were part of until now. They have watched your life unfold with a critical eye, seeing the way Blaise sings seem to find you and noticing the way your spirit carries a light they cannot replicate. Instead of finding their own path or seeking their own light, they have fixated on yours. They have let envy creep into their heart, allowing it to twist their thoughts and guide their actions against you. Those actions have created ripples, spiritual disturbances that have been touching your life in ways you are only now beginning to understand. But here is the most important thing you need to know. Those ripples cannot sink you. They cannot stop the momentum of your life. They cannot steal what is yours, because your life is anchored in something greater, something unshakable, and something eternal. The neighbor may have thought they could influence your path or derail your journey, but they have forgotten one crucial truth. Your destiny is written in the stars, sealed by the divine and guarded by forces they cannot see. You have been carrying a weight that does not belong to you, a heavy burden placed upon your shoulders by invisible hands. You have been feeling a heaviness in your atmosphere that was never meant to stay, dragging down your mornings and clouding your evening. You have been wrestling with doubts and insecurities that were not yours to begin with, wondering why your confidence felt so shaken. But now, heaven is stepping in to set things right and lift that burden off of you permanently. This message serves as your wake-up call, your divine alert that the siege is over, and your invitation to step fully into the fullness of your power. Take a moment to truly think about the times you felt drained without explanation. Recall the days when you woke up tired, even after a full night's sleep, as if you had been fighting a battle in your dreams. Remember the moments when your joy felt like it was slipping through your fingers, no matter how hard you tried to hold on to it. Those were not just bad days, and they were certainly not just coincidences. Those were specific moments when the neighbor's energy, their jealous thoughts, and their negative words were actively trying to latch onto your spirit. But here is the victory. They have failed because your spirit is stronger than they know. Your light is brighter than they can handle, and it burns away the fog they try to create. You are being called now to cleanse your space, to reclaim your authority, and to restore the sanctity of your home. This is not about fighting a battle with human hands or engaging in petty arguments. This is about standing firm in your spiritual power, speaking with divine authority, and trusting that heaven is moving on your behalf. I encourage you to walk through your home today with intention. Speak peace over every corner, letting your voice fill the silence. Declare that no negative energy, no hidden intention, and no whispered curse can remain within your walls. Pray over your doorways, your windows, and your heart, letting your voice carry the weight of heaven's promises. The neighbor may not realize the full scope of what they have done or the spiritual laws they have violated. They may not understand the spiritual consequences of their actions, but the divine does. The divine is acting now, not with anger, but with justice for you. It is acting not with vengeance, but with supreme protection over your life. You are being shielded, covered, and surrounded by a presence that no human scheme can penetrate. In the days ahead, you will start to notice things with a new clarity. You will see the way the neighbor's smile doesn't reach their eyes, revealing the emptiness behind it. You will notice the way their words feel hollow, like they are hiding something beneath the surface. You will recognize the way your spirit feels lighter and freer when you keep your distance from them. These are not accidents. These are confirmations of your discernment. Heaven is unveiling the truth piece by piece, moment by moment, so you are never caught off guard again. And when you see it clearly, don't be shaken by the reality of it. Don't be surprised that someone could harbor such feelings. Just know that you were prepared for this revelation. You are stepping into a new season now, leaving the confusion behind. This is a season of clarity, of power, and of unshakable peace. The neighbor's influence is fading rapidly, not because you are fighting them, but because you are rising above them. Their words are losing their grip on your life. Their intentions are losing their power to affect you. Your life is about to shine brighter than ever before, illuminated by the truth. This is your moment to reclaim what is yours. Reclaim your peace, your joy, and your clarity. Speak it, pray it, live it, and watch how heaven moves on your behalf. The neighbor may live next door, occupying the physical space beside you, but they cannot live in your destiny. They may watch from their windows, but they cannot touch what has been sealed by the divine. You are chosen, you are guarded, and you are rising, and no shadow, no scheme, and no whisper can stop what is coming for you. If you feel the truth of this message resonating in your soul, I ask you to take a stand today. Let your heart say, I am ready, and believe it. Let your soul declare, I am protected, and walk in that security. Let your life proclaim, I am unstoppable, because with God you are. Do not let this moment pass without sealing this word over your life. I invite you to subscribe to this channel right now. By subscribing, you are joining a community of believers who refuse to let shadows dim their light. You are ensuring that you stay connected to the messages that protect, and empower you. Subscribe now, leave a comment declaring your victory, and walk boldly into your new season. You are safe, you are loved, and you are free.